Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And you know, it's so interesting when I get a report like this one, because it really does show the complete conflicted manner in which this country is being run by the ANC government. In one hand, they are chasing minority groups like the white population out of South Africa because of their racist employment policies like black economic empowerment and broad-based black economic empowerment, which are both there for one purpose only, and it's not to help the black population get employment. It's there so that their cadres, their family, their mates can be beneficiaries of what's called black privilege, because they can personally enrich themselves through these policies. And we've gone there, we've discussed this in so many ways. And now, as a result of their own fruit, which is these racist policies, you've got a huge number of whites migrating out of South Africa. And the government's getting desperate to try and keep them in the country because they need them for that tax revenue, which they are stealing in the first place. So you've got this totally conflicted situation in South Africa. And the white population provide a huge percentage of the tax base that the ANC government are stealing. Now, what are we talking about here? Well, let me tell you. The 2020 national budget included a number of tax proposals which can be seen as a last-ditch attempt by the government to stop people leaving South Africa. This is the view of John T. Leon and Jean du Toit of Tax Consulting South Africa, who said that some of the biggest new proposals focus on the incoming expat tax and financial emigration. Set to come into effect from the 1st of March, the expat tax will mean that South African tax residents working internationally will only be exempt from paying tax on the first 1.25 million rand they earn abroad. Thereafter, they'll be required to pay tax on any foreign earnings. Previously, this cap was set to 1 million rand. The budget document reads, "Some advisors have recommended emigration as recognized by the Reserve Bank as a way to break tax residency. However, this is only one factor considered by the South African Reserve Service. Government wants to encourage all South Africans working abroad to maintain their ties to the country. This can be seen as a desperate attempt to change the minds of those South Africans formalizing their non-resident status by increasing the exemption cap to 1.25 million rand. This, of course, is welcome, but a little too late, said Tax Consulting South Africa. They said, the increase will unfortunately assist with only a small group of South Africans working abroad and merely dangles a carrot for the rest of those abroad to entice them to remain within the South African tax net. The big issue, which has been raised on numerous occasions with government, is the issue of fringe benefits, which in many cases depletes the exemption before one even considers the cash component of their salary to be taxed. Government has also taken notice of the massive increase in South Africans ceasing residency through financial emigration to avoid the change in legislation, Tax Consulting South Africa said. The current loss of revenue and potential future loss with South Africans continuing to cease residency means that the expat tax has backfired before it has even become effective, the group said. They said government has announced that they will remove some of the emigration formalities from an exchange control perspective, which will take effect from the 1st of March 2021. These exchange control formalities will be replaced with an uncertain future regime which leaves South Africans with 12 months or some semblance of certainty and to get their affairs in order before a new regime is put in place. The budget specifically mentions that government wants to encourage all South Africans working abroad to maintain their ties to the country because they need that tax revenue. Tax Consulting South Africa said this must be viewed with some skepticism as government asking a taxpayer to keep ties with the country and knowing how South African tax residency works would lead to an attempt to keep the taxpayer within the tax net while still defending the punitive expat tax. Government has confirmed that tax residency will still be determined as per South African case law and legislation, being the ordinary resident test and physical presence test. This comes as no surprise, but does show that government understands that it needs to hold on to its South Africans abroad to ease a flailing tax base. So there you go, guys. The corrupt ANC government and their cadres, they are desperately trying to maintain contact with the tax base, which is now overseas. All right, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video. Please share this video. And above all, please stay safe.